You're not a genius, and I am, and it's that
You're
thin
not.
line.
You're not a
I'm
genius.
a genius.
You had to put a zin in between episodes.
That doesn't mean it makes your brain go better.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat? Yes, no, 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 maybe.
Welcome to Yes, No, Maybe, a Malcolm in the Middle podcast. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Willa.
And we're brother and sister, and we have a podcast about Malcolm in the Middle. And we talk about it, and we talk about our family.
That's just how it goes,
That's
baby.
just how it goes, baby. Sorry, no arguing.
No arguing here, baby. This is Malcolm Babysits, baby. Episode 5.
Boy, does he ever.
Boy, does he ever. You never babysat, did you?
I babysat a little baby named Merlin during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah, you did. You did.
And
Amazing they let you do that.
I'd play the piano with his feet. Sat in my lap. Bam, 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 bam. And I let him watch Moana. Their one rule was don't show this kid movies. And after like 2 weeks, he's like a French baby. After like 2 weeks, I was like, I don't know what to do with this kid. So I just sat in front of the TV and showed him Moana. And it blew his little mind. And then whenever he'd go home to his parents, he'd be like, Moana. And they were like, so weird. We don't know why he knows that word. Why does he keep saying it? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's so weird that he knows that. That wouldn't make any sense. I showed it to him 20 times. Anyway.
Well, because he'd never seen media before.
Yeah.
All right, so...
It'd be like crack to a little baby, Moana, and you have to see nothing.
And you see nothing, and there's just colors and that chicken and
like your only entertainment is like a mobile, and then you see like Moana.
Unreal.
Fuck, that'd be good. Anyway, so the cold open of this episode, pretty prescient. It's the whole like video games make you violent things. They're playing this violent video game, Reese, Dewey, and Malcolm, and they're being really polite to each other. And then Lois is like, "Oh, that's too violent," switches to some baby shit, and then they start attacking each other.
Yeah,
like,
it's very like, yeah, the mom's wrong, and like if you try and control them, it makes it worse. And I don't know, it's you know, it's more of just like a little social commentary than anything.
But also, it's true. It's like they're watching this aggressive media or playing this aggressive game, but there's also kindness filtered through it. You know, like the way that they express kindness and whatever is filtered through this kind of like violent lens. You know what I mean? Like they're in their nature, they're kind of like rough.
Yeah, or is it that they're trying to get their violence out? You know, it lets them let out some aggression to play this stuff.
Definitely. I
mean, it's obviously like heightened, but no, that's true. And God, you played a lot of violent games too.
I did.
And you turned out awesome.
I turned out good.
I told you boys, these games are too violent.
Malcolm is babysitting this episode because, well, he's just needing some money because he wants to buy this cool like programming robot thing, and that turns out that their house is full of bugs. They have an infestation.
Willa, you're doing the. I'm going to do the.
You want to do the summary?
You said it makes it seem like the house he's babysitting is full of bugs.
Oh, you're right. Okay, how about you take this?
I'll do that.
Okay.
So episode starts out. Malcolm needs money for robotics kit, so he starts babysitting with this like upper class family, and they start paying him like hella money.
Hella, dude.
So much money.
Like hella money. We're from California.
Yeah. So it's like this upper class family, and he like basically doesn't have to do anything. He just goes there while they're already sleeping, and he watches TV. They've got a sick ass house. Meanwhile, at Malcolm's home, they have a bug infestation, so they have to live in a trailer outside while they're getting like fumigated. And so Malcolm's kind of caught between this really nice house and this like shitty trailer that is in their front yard. Meanwhile, Francis at military school found a key to the military school, and he found a dead body of a person, an old janitor, in the basement, and it becomes sort of like almost like a religious figure for him and the boys at military school. And once again, Francis is on this thing of like, you know, we have to honor this guy. He's like Spartacus again. You know, he's trying to be like righteous and as he always does, when really he's just a rebel rouser.
Yeah, you nailed that.
Yeah,
you did a really good job.
Plot synopsis.
Mom, can I have a story?
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who made his mother so crazy she decided to sell him to the circus.
An evil circus?
No, a nice one with monkeys.
Thank you.
And Hal and Lois are horny. Horny, baby.
Well, they're horny, but they're fighting. When they're in the trailer, it's so hot there that they start to have conflict.
Yeah, and they usually resolve that with some lovemaking.
Which they do at the end. They put on. They realize that they're fighting so much and they're mad at each other because they haven't fucked in a while. So they put on gas masks and they go bang in the fumigated house.
Honestly,
horrific, and a beautiful image too. And it's kind of just like speaks to them as like that image of them making love in a poison.
Well, you actually don't see them making love, but I guess you're imagining it.
You close your eyes and you can pretty much just see it.
That image of them.
Yeah. Well, they go in there and they
hold
hold
moment
hands.
of conception. What's the word?
Consent. Is that what
Consent.
you
The
just
moment
said?
of consent.
I think you should apologize.
Oh, you know, I didn't hear you apologizing to me when you used up all the liquid in the chemical toilet.
Well, we have your taco casserole to thank for that, don't we?
Do you remember how like ants would just infest our house every year, and there'd be like lines and lines of them, just
Yeah.
like, and there's like nothing we really did or could do. I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, there were ants.
Would
There
you
was,
kill them?
Yeah, I'd kill them. One time at Grandma's
a lot of
house, I found there was like a little beach near her house, and there was like a anthill, big anthill, and I had a hose, and I stuck the hose down into the anthill, and I turned it on, and I just flooded it and blew it up, and then I just cried for an hour because I killed all these ants and I destroyed their home.
That's nice that you cried about it.
Yeah, I felt so guilty about
I
it.
caught a butterfly one time and like ripped its little head off accidentally as I was catching it, and I was like,
Remember when we found a bunch of slugs and Willa was like, well, all these slugs, and I'm a slug doctor, and they need salt.
no, that's not, no. There was a snail, and Olivia, my older sister, was like, you know, snails really like salt. And so I went and put salt in this snail, and it literally melted in front of my eyes, bubbling up, screaming, I assume, in its own language.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was horrifying, but that was all Olivia, so I don't want you to think that I did that on my own accord.
We had some goldfish in our backyard in
Yeah.
our childhood home.
And I ain't talking the snack cracker.
No, sir. Living, breathing goldfish. And they
Yeah.
were in this little, like, pond kind of thing, a very small, like, pond. And I guess I was, like, 3, but I was like, what happens if they're in the air? Like, what happens if they're on land? And I just laid them out on the stone like it was the fucking cartel. They just
All their
died.
bodies.
I just killed all of them. I
That's
felt
awesome.
so bad about it.
Yeah, that's really horrible, and I don't
It
think you're...
was so brutal.
Yeah. So Francis is at military school. He gets the box of bug-infested cookies, and he goes, mixed message,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
always.
yeah,
Like,
that was
from
funny.
Lois. I really like that. But also, it's like, she sends him cookies. I never got dick shit from mom and dad.
You didn't get sent to military school.
That's a good point. So Malcolm's at this babysitting house, which is sick. It's so funny. Like, it's like early 2000s, late 90s, like epic house, you know, like the giant TV. And
It is a big TV.
It's a big fucking TV. And you got to turn the satellite on or you're only going to get pornography. That's so funny.
Which is crazy. Is he just watching porn in there?
I don't think he is, because as you know, as we later learn, they're spying on him. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's like into porn
I know.
yet.
Yeah, he's pretty young.
That's weird. Let's keep going. Then you get Eric Stone Street from Modern Family cameo, and thus the Modern Family meets the old.
A convergence.
A crossover episode of the ages. And I love how Dewey was eating candy in the crawl space. I would keep my Halloween candy under my bed and just munch at it
I bet.
every once in a
You're
while.
a fat little kid.
Yeah. Not actually.
I was a
kept
fat
it pretty
kid.
trim.
I was a fat kid.
Yeah, you were.
Call me chubby boy. I hated it.
We call him Chubby Bunny. What
They
is
call me
it?
Chubby Bunny. yeah.
Chubby Bunny. Coming down the street, Chubby Bunny. You know he's happy. Me and
honestly-
Olivia would sing that at Ryan.
It's amazing I didn't have an eating disorder when I was
Yeah.
like in 6th grade.
Yeah, because we would just call you fat fuck.
boy, yeah.
Fat fuck
Fucker.
boy.
Come on, there's got to be a catch.
Oh, and Malcolm, you can't watch television unless you turn on the satellite first. Otherwise, all you'll get is pornography.
Okay, yeah, so there's the dead guy Francis finds. Oh, and then I love it. You've got they're fumigating the house, and they've got the circus tent, which I totally was like, whenever I'd see that as a kid, I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. Like, there's a circus over the house.
You're a bit of a Dewey.
Yeah, a bit of a Dewey. I was a bit of a Dewey.
I actually do think you're the Dewey of our family.
I don't disagree with that. I think you're the Reese.
No. No.
You're Francis. maybe.
I'm Malcolm, genius, cool.
You're
guy.
not.
Say, in a
Genius.
previous episode, Willa has a moment where she realizes that she's Malcolm.
Yes.
Well,
And Ryan specifically says that he's Dewey.
well, now we're on episode 5.
Things have changed.
Willa's Malcolm only in that she's the middle child. So, by...
I'm smart.
Yeah.
I am.
But you're not a genius, and I am, and it's that
You're
thin
not.
line.
You're not a
I'm a
genius.
genius.
You had to put a zin in between episodes.
That doesn't mean... It makes your brain go better.
Okay, so I love the circus tent, and then this episode has a lot of foreshadowing, which I know that they planned of Bryan Cranston going to Breaking Bad.
I
But it's crazy. He's outside of the trailer in his undies. They're at the fumigation house. It's just, it is.
He's
it
in
is.
a trailer. Yeah, they
He's
cook
in a
meth
trailer in his undies. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the beginning of the show. Is the first scene is him in his undies.
It's little neural connections that simple Willa makes like this that just really lights her brain up when she's like, fumigate. Yeah, it's just simple
I
mind.
love Craig. Craig is such a perv.
Craig, I know he goes in for the hug.
Such
He
a
wants the
perv.
hug.
And he's just following her.
Can't you just throw him a bone just once?
Yeah, just give him a little slop. It'll
he'd
make
love
his
that.
life.
Yeah.
Craig, thank you so much for lending us your trailer.
I'm just glad someone's finally getting some use out of it. I bought it 15 years ago to take on my honeymoon.
You were married?
No, I live on hope.
The resolution with Malcolm's storyline is as things are kind of heating up, no pun intended, in the trailer, and the families get like at each other's asses.
At each other's asses.
At each
That is
other's,
not how that phrase goes.
at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Malcolm is like, super content in this big house, and then he realizes he's being spied on.
Yes. And
by the family
yeah.
with hidden cameras. And there's all these tapes that are like Malcolm picks his nose, Malcolm eats shit, like whatever, you know, like
yeah.
and then
slice of bologna.
The implication is that the family gets home every day and just watches Malcolm do his thing,
I think it's a sex
which
thing.
makes you hope that he's not watching porn, otherwise they
I
can
don't
catch
think-
a big old case, that's a crime.
I don't think you could get in trouble for a kid watching porn.
I think you could get, depends.
I guess then it's like, is it a pornographic thing with a kid in it because the kid's in the image and the porn?
Well, we should
That's an
probably
interesting
cut this,
thing.
but the question is what he's doing while he's watching it, and if that's on tape, then that's really.
I don't understand. Explain.
Well, let's see what our little friend did today.
So then he's like very betrayed by this and makes a little video where he like almost blends their fish, which I
Insane.
love the.
Yeah, that's an insane
good.
thing that he does.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
But also, I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with them spying on me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, you still have this amazing house you can hang out in and you're getting paid. It's like, just work them until you make a lot of money and then fuck them over.
They also haven't confronted him about it. It's not like they really. It's not reached him. If like.
Well, no, but that's part of it. I mean, he doesn't like that they're just like they're freaks, like they're controlling them. But he likes. I mean. I love that. Then he like kind of settles on, okay, my family's great because we're honest.
Yeah.
It's like we are. We might be like shouting at each other on the front lawn, throwing like in our underwear. God, that's a great scene when they pull up and Lois is throwing the clothes out of the trailer,
Yeah.
and he's like, "That isn't even mine," and he's like, "What are you looking at?" And like, I mean, it's so embarrassing, but like at least they're not lying.
Yeah, it's true. And he has that heart to heart with Hal, which I didn't write enough about in my notes about what exactly he says. But Hal like tells Malcolm to like set his sights high, and and like that he's sort of like the last episode that Malcolm's sort of like the chosen one almost, and like he can do whatever he wants. And Hal just gives him this very earnest conversation. So it's like even though their family is like very dysfunctional. At least they're honest and they're earnest and whatnot. And then that's when Hal remembers sex mid conversation. He's like, sex, and he walks
Sex.
away.
Yeah.
And then he bangs Lois.
Yeah, and he bangs that broad. But also, okay, shout out to the mesh underwear that Hal's wearing. It's so funny. He's like, who looks like the idiot now?
Yeah.
I love that. Lois in pigtails, so cute. She
I
looks
know.
so cute when she does that hairstyle. She does it a few times like throughout the show, and it's just the sweetest.
Yeah, she's kind of hot.
I mean, yeah, Lois is hot. They're both hot.
Malcolm, you should set your sights as high as you can. If anyone in this family has a shot at greatness, it's you. Just do me a favor. Huh? Look after your brothers.
And then Francis at military school, Lester is the janitor downstairs.
Yes.
And they start to honor him.
Francis is like, did you tell anyone about this? To Stanley, he's like, no. And Francis is like, oh, it must have been me then.
Yeah.
Like he's such a little shit. I
know.
love it. I mean,
and it's
he's
funny
great.
how I like when it made me laugh when Francis calls. He's like, "Don't you have any respect for this disgusting pervert janitor?"
Yeah. And it really is. I mean, he loves the power. He loves when he like starts yelling and is like controlling everybody. Stanley's a little freak. He tastes that mummy.
Yeah, that
I
was
was thinking
freaky.
about that. That was a little freaky.
Yeah,
He's got some demons, I bet.
Yeah, he probably does.
How often do you get a taste of mummy?
And then he actually knocks Lester's head off. They
Yeah.
wrap him up in duct tape, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they give him like a Viking funeral by
They
putting
do.
him out in a boat and putting gasoline in
Which,
it.
like earlier, Francis mentions Valhalla,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I guess he just has a Viking thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Francis is like I said earlier, like he's being very much like Spartacus. He's like, what do
Yes.
heroes do? Like we fight for the common man.
And you know that Vikings are different than Spartacus.
I know that.
Okay,
Yeah, I know that.
just checking.
Well, I know it.
I know that.
They put him on a boat and it blows up because they put a gas canister in there.
Yeah, it's so good.
Kind of a funny Francis storyline.
Yeah.
A little bit random.
A little nothing, but
it's kind of like they need to fill time a little bit. It's hit or miss.
Yeah,
It's kind of almost the best when the Francis storyline directly ties into the Reese, Dewey, Malcolm storyline.
Yeah, like the episode where he's
Home
calling
Alone,
them.
yeah.
I mean, Home Alone's. Or no, the Red Dress. When he's calling and giving them advice. Like, I mean, it's just so fun when he's back and like, yeah. But I do enjoy it. I definitely think having Spangler in the picture makes his storylines a lot more interesting.
He needs somebody to.
He needs a villain.
Remember later in the show when he cuts off his other hand accidentally?
Oh my God! Spoilers. I love also. He goes. Lester would have wanted me to have his ID.
Yeah. He took Lester's wallet.
Yeah, but Malcolm does call Francis and is like, "Do you ever feel like you were born in the wrong family?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, but then he's like, do you know how to attach a head to a body or whatever? So it's like just showing that Francis is also just as fucked up as the rest of them.
This family may be rude, loud, and gross, and have no shame whatsoever. Anyway, with them, you know where you stand.
This job me like. I like when he said that. This job me like.
This job, me like.
When Malcolm makes the tape of with the fish blender
Yes.
thing that the family watches.
Yeah.
He shows like a hidden note
Yes.
with a kiss mark on it from Melissa. The mom and dad sit on the couch and the dad turns to the wife and he's like, "Who's Melissa?"
Yeah, I thought that was great. Like making it the unexpected lesbian relationship.
Yeah.
And a great moment for representation, which honestly,
we need these days more than anything.
in these days more than ever.
Who's Melissa?
Malcolm is the hope of the family. Definitely this mounting pressure, for him to just make something of himself. But it's a
Will's
nice.
completely stalling here, just kind of saying random shit.
I'm kind of thinking about the real deep themes, and I'm kind of reflecting.
Well, this episode, I was thinking about that too. This episode has to do with class more than anything,
Yes.
and if we're thinking about what this episode's about, it is about the class difference between them.
Yeah.
And how, maybe the higher class family leads to less trust and more superstition.
Right.
And perhaps, Malcolm's family is lower class, has less resources, but more honesty and love that kind of binds them together. And then Malcolm kind of realizes the difference between the two.
Yeah.
And so, I think if anything, that's what this episode's sort of about.
I think so too, and I think it pairs nicely with the previous episode, Shame, about just his view of his family and how he. Yeah, his embarrassment level with them and how he kind of just has to accept where he is and who he is.
I think definitely the most compelling stuff is the trailer thing. I think with Malcolm, whenever he's by himself in a storyline, I think he needs to be working off the family. When he's by himself in the babysitting house, he's a good actor and whatnot,
Yeah.
but it's best when there's the ensemble, I feel
Yes.
always, and when you set them apart, it sometimes doesn't hold up as well.
Yeah, that's true. I do think it works best when they're all together. So that's episode 5, Malcolm Babysits. Babysit he did.
Yeah, he did. He babysat those kids. We don't really see the kids.
Shit out of them. I know. They're just bedtime, yay! I would stay up. So I would sneak downstairs and watch Mad Men while my parents were watching. I would crawl behind a chair and kind of lie on the floor and watch Mad Men with them.
I remember.
They watched togetger.
Yeah, because we had an early bedtime, and then mom and dad would
4 or 5.
4 p.m. Yeah, right when we got home from school.
Bed. Mom would be drinking.
You'll eat dinner in the morning. Mom was drinking. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. Well, Dad always had a beer at night.
Dad always had that beer clutched in his
Homer
hand.
Simpson ass. No, but I remember they were having a dinner party one time. It was 2007, and we were supposed to be in bed, and everybody at dinner was talking about There Will Be Blood because it just came out. And I remember sneaking downstairs and walking into the dining room while they were talking about it and being like, "There will be blood." There wasn't even really that much blood in the movie, and they laughed. And then I went upstairs. I went upstairs, and you were there, and you were like, "That was my line." That was the joke. You'd come up with that, and you'd said that before.
God.
And I said it and they all loved it.
And their audience, you see everything he has came from me. Thank you, and good night.
And good night. And be
thank
good
you,
to one
and
another.
I love you. Thanks, Kayla. Thanks to our friends over at Substack and our friends
On
at
Patreon and our friends over on Medium
and our friends
and our sponsors.
at
We don't have any of those things.
Oracle
so
for
don't go searching
sponsoring.
for that.
I work next to this is completely random, but I work next to the Peloton headquarters, and I'm like on the 39th floor, like my floor, and so I can see into the 39th floor of the Peloton headquarters, and I kid you not, that floor is full of people on Pelotons biking.
Wow, you think they just do it all day?
I think so. Yeah,
Well,
all the
because
employees.
that's how they shoot the Peloton videos, like with a real class.
Wow.
Like in a studio.
That is so foreign to
probably what
Ryan. He can't even understand it. All right. Thank you, guys. I love you. Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Right.
Yes, no, maybe.
Bingo. That's pretty fun.